Alrighty, well, howdy, howdy, and we're back again. Back again, just chatting about stuff that comes up. I'm still in Bali, and giving a shout out to all of you, wherever you are on Earth. Um, Want to chat a little bit about the equinox coming up. The fall equinox for the northern hemisphere, and the uh, spring equinox for the southern hemisphere. Focusing right now on the fall equinox for the northern hemisphere, mainly because even though I am in the southern hemisphere, my inner clock is still on northern hemisphere time. So I'll be doing a ceremony, a circle coming up. Hey there. I'll be doing a circle coming up on the 20th. That will be Sunday, the 20th. So it's coming up pretty soon. And if you would like to join in that celebration circle, then just shoot me an email at papawitch, Papawitch, at gmail.com, and I will send you the Zoom link and the PDF for stuff you need to gather. Stuff you probably already have laying around the house, so don't worry about that part. Um, Fall. Why is it important, or why do I find it important to celebrate the fall and to bring in the fall season with by marking it with an actual ritual, ceremony, celebration, feast, whatever you want to call it. Um, this is a really powerful transitioning, changing time. If we think about it like the harvest, this would be like mid harvest season. This is the second harvest. And of course, thinking symbolically, we're talking about our life, from the things that died last winter, that had to die. Things had to die. Things needed to go. The things that were underneath the snow, those bulbs and those things that were just down there dormant, waiting for their time. Then into the February when things start to spring through, and then there's a springtime. And then moving in where spring kind of hands it over to summer, and then we have the summer. We got our first harvest. Now we're into our second harvest. So the whole thing is rolling around on that wheel. And if we think about it in our own way, at what's going on, what is going on with nature that I can apply to myself? This has nothing to do with believing in anything. This is simply the way nature goes, and we're still part of nature. We're still affected by the seasons, whether we realize it or not. We are still um, using our five senses um, to take in the world around us. We're still, as I mentioned, still part of the food chain. We're still part of all of it. And when we notice what things in nature are doing, we can see if we're in sync or out of sync with that. So, marking these different times around the year, if nothing else, it's just a good time to just check in and remind ourselves that we are still part of the flow of what's going on. And we can actually use what's actually happening in nature to support us. So, at this time of the year, what's going on? Right. All right. Harvest time. Second harvest of all of those things that we've planted and we've grown and we've nurtured and we've worked for. So we bring in those things. And if you think about it, even in the midst of crazy, even in the midst of not so good stuff, there's always going to be some stuff that we can be thankful for. So being literally thankful for literal things. So it's nice to just be thankful in general, and it's also nice to be grateful. Some folks think that's the same thing. They're actually two different things. I might have to do a little chat on that. But right now, just think about it as thankfulness, being appreciative of the good things. So literally write them down. Just take a pen, take a pencil, take a crayon, whatever you want. Just literally write down things that you're grateful for. It's a good time of introspection. This is part of your harvest, harvesting the good stuff from everything that's happened so far for you this year. The equinox, of course, celebrating the balance between light and dark. In this realm that we live in, this world of duality, you really can't have one without the other. But you want to balance that out to the best of your ability. So taking time to introspect on that balance, balance in the body, balance in the mind, balance in our heart, balance in our overall well-being in our spirit. It's a really, really wonderful time to also think about clearing house, cleaning house, getting rid of clutter. Think about those leaves that fall from the tree. They fall because they're done doing what they came to do. Now they gotta go. Same thing with a lot of things in our lives. Some of those leaves have to fall. But they don't fall like they're being thrown away like trash. No, no, no. Look at them. They're colorful. They're vibrant. This is a celebration. Hey there. This is a celebration of that release of those things. Colorful celebration. So think about those colors when the leaves change and they fall. It's an amazing thing. And what do they do when they fall? They fall, and they fall right at the base of the tree, turn into fertilizer, and they nurture that tree. So even when those things go away, the experience of those things, what those things were, can actually still nurture you, even though it's time for them to move on. Another thing about that decluttering is, if you think about it, there needs to be more room. There needs to be more room in our body, mind, heart, and spirit for growth. So getting rid of the things we don't need gives you more space to think, the more space to embrace that. The fall is a really, really beautiful, beautiful time to reassess, to reinvent ourselves. Celebrating is really, really important. Now, there are as many ways to celebrate this as there are people on the earth. As I mentioned, going to be doing a ceremony on Zoom. Decided to go ahead and do that because for the past over 20 years, I have had a gathering out at Joshua Tree in California, and we do a circle out there. It's a whole weekend, the thing. And for the first time in many, many years, not going to be able to do that this year. So a few folks have called and, messaged and asked, what are we going to do? We're going to do something. I thought, you know what? Why not? Why not? This is part of our new reality, is gathering however we can in these days. So if you're interested and you would like to participate with us in this circle, I do have a sheet, a PDF that you can get. Just email me at papawitch@gmail.com. I'll send that to you. And that's going to be on Saturday, the 20th, Sunday the 20th. I have to double check it. And that will be at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So California time, 3 p.m. New York time, 6 p.m. I'm in Bali, so that'll be 6 a.m. for me. So let me know if you have any questions, because we're going to chat about this a bit more. But join us, participate in this. Hopefully this will inspire you to do your own personal celebration of this changing of the season. as we are taking all the good stuff that we've gathered so far. We're still celebrating and frolicking, of course, but we're also starting to can a few things. We're starting to preserve a few things because winter's coming and we know it's coming and we're preparing. So, talk to you soon. Uh, I hope you join us. It should be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Take care. Yeah, it's gonna be great.